Ezra's gone. Ezra's gone. What's he doing? Please don't do a Kanan. I'm not ready to lose another one. No, he's back. This guy needs to die. Many arms. Many arms. It's them. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to the final episode of Rebels. Now, I am both sad and excited to get into this. I feel like with Clone Wars, you knew where that one was going to end up. You knew it was going to end up tying into Revenge of the Sith, so there wasn't really a positive outcome. You just knew it was going to end in sadness. Did, but at least Ahsoka and Rex survived. Happy with that. This one, though, it actually feels really hopeful. Of course, other than Kanan dying, still deep denial, but still. It actually feels like this could have a very positive and happy ending, which I'm really looking forward to. Like, throughout this show, it has been absolutely amazing. I think I've got to give it props for just not being sort of Skywalker related, if this makes sense. Because the Skywalkers, that was the thing that defined Star Wars. That was original trilogy, prequels. It was their story. Ahsoka built on that through the Clone Wars, being Anakin's apprentice. Then you had the Bad Batch, which then is a spin-off of Clone Wars because you got to know Rex through the whole Skywalker thing, so there's that connection there. This one had none of it. This was just the Rebel story with completely new characters, and I just love how it just makes you fall in love with them. Like, I'm not going to be happy to have to say goodbye to these characters, but it just feels good knowing that it could end in a good spot. The last episode, they defeated Price. Lothal is essentially free, but of course you have Thrawn, who will obviously come back. He is the main threat. He's the thing they have to deal with. But now Price is gone. All the people that were around Thrawn that he was using for his game of chess are gone. All he has left should be pawns. He no longer has all the other chess pieces. Callus has turned. List, probably dead and executed. Constantine, dead. Price, captured. He is alone. Now is the best time to take him on. And of course, Bendu also prophesied that he would be defeated in a embrace with many arms, surrounded by many arms. That was it. So it just makes me hopeful that they are going to have this defeat. They can defeat Thrawn. It's been prophesied by the Force to do so. And of course, this then leads into the original trilogy with the defeat of the Empire. I have such a good feeling, and I just cannot wait to see how this all ends up. But yes, I am sad that we're going to have to say goodbye to these characters now. Yeah, just looking at the last episode and trying to think of what could be going on in the final. Of course, Price defeated was the main thing, but the one before that, you had the weird time travel, which is still just nuts, but you also had Ahsoka in there, basically saying that she's going to find Ezra, and that was what she was going to do when she got back. So is she going to be part of this final? Is she going to come and find Ezra? Because of course, has it been around 2 years for her since she didn't die then? But she just let everyone think she was? It's confusing. I'm waiting to see how this all ends up, and I'm just very excited. I know the creators of this show have done such a phenomenal job, so I know whatever they have planned here is going to be so insane. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like, subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon, the link will be in the description. Over there I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance, so if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. But with that said, let's just dive on in. Oh, getting back into that nostalgic music. Oh, he's looking at the picture from his parents.
I know what I have to do now, but I'm afraid. Not for me, but for my friends.
What are you planning? What are you doing? He learned a lesson after seeing Kanan's sacrifice. What is he planning after? What? I don't want to think about what he's thinking of doing.
I want you to know everything I've done and will do began with you.
Okay, this is an incredible start already. Just going straight into the memories of it all.
They're bringing her up.
Price. I know they don't do torture.
The day I betrayed your empire was the day I finally stopped betraying myself.
Love him so much.
A promising career. Prestige. For what?
Meaninglessness. That's all meaningless.
Band of failures who don't stand a chance.
They defeated you.
I think we do, especially with your help.
I will never help you.
Bring out the wolves. She's scared of them.
You're finally gonna do the right thing and help free your homeworld.
I will do no such thing.
Yeah, how this gonna work? You're gonna have to torture.
That's your choice.
Wolves. She has no choice. Do it. Okay, this is good. This is good enough for me. She deserves to suffer.
Fine, I'll do it. Just call off your dog.
I want to see her. I would love to see her suffer more, but that was good enough for me. Of course, what she did to Kanan, thinking about that, I want her to suffer more, but yeah, it's good.
I don't know about this plan, Rex.
Everyone here. I want to see Ketsu do more. She barely did anything in the last one. She's been brought back. Let her do more. Have her sing with Sabine.
Hey, you okay?
I know I can always count on you.
What's he doing? Is he going to do some self-sacrifice play like Kanan did? He's acting weird.
Going to attempt to launch the dome. Your plan is worse than I thought.
Boulder.
You're going to launch the dome? I trust them.
About those landing codes.
The sooner we land, the sooner you will be my prisoner.
It's kind of fun how much they're like not quite trusting her. She has no handcuffs on. She's just doing this kind of willingly. Of course, not fully willingly, but it's just weird how free she is to do this.
Code's authorized, Governor. You're clear to land. Security will take the prisoners on the platform.
Okay, so they want to launch this entire dome. That seems interesting. That would definitely free the planet. Would it free the planet? It's the capital. Is the capital got one dome? They launched this thing up. I would assume they take most of the Imperials with it. She's gonna blurt out something, isn't she? She's gonna be stupid.
Easy, Governor.
Okay, good. But would she know that Callus might not do that? Would Callus do it?
Hey, look out!
Okay. I'm trying to understand how their plan is working. They need to get and destroy the dome and launch the dome. How is this going to work? Of course, this is all for a reason. I just don't know what reason. Hurry open the doors. Yeah, great. Get in.
Get that door open.
Okay, no, they need the door open. Is this going to plan or is this messier than their plan? They still got Price with them. I felt like she's going to make a break for it. Okay. Looks good. Of course, they'll call reinforcements though. They're right in the capital of everything.
Now, let's get everyone inside.
Hey, purple guy, get in position.
Purple guy? Kondo, 'cause honestly, Zeb is easier to remember than Purple guy.
Getting there, right there, and stop. Melch, back further, a little more. Go, pa, pa, pa.
What are you doing? What's the plan? I love how out of the know I am. What are they doing?
Can you get us in? Give me a minute.
Wait, all they need to do is get here. Is this the control room?
Ezra, we are in position.
Sabine. Okay.
What do you need the pig in the position for? Wait, see...
They can fly.
Distraction? Pretty good one. And now they're not looking at the door. Go. Please be... But this thing is launching. This should go in space, right? That should be blast proof. This was an exceptional plan. Where's Price?
Lock them in the storage bin.
Yes, sir, Commander.
Awesome. But wait, there she is. Okay, still under... Okay, she's still under control. Good.
You can't hope to defeat my forces.
Defeat them? Not planning to.
Yeah, they don't need to. They just need to launch the thing. What happens if they recontrol the dome? Can they just plonk it back down?
For the immediate recall of all personnel to the base for a full evacuation.
Okay, so interesting. So more time. What's stopping them from coming back though? So you're just gonna launch an evacuation thing. They'll all come into the dome, and then it'll go up. But what stops it from coming back down?
I forgot to tell you guys. Ezra gave me a special mission.
He's still alive! Come on!
Watch out!
Are you down? Oh no, you can't take him. Okay, so much for whatever special mission you had. Wolf, no. I hate this guy so much. Where are the wolves? Please say the wolves are around. Wolves? Oh, thank you. Destroy him. Wait, your force, whatever. Can they be injured? No, don't get away, You're... Cockroach. He's scared though. He does not like the wolves. He cannot take the wolves. But he has gotten away. It's so confusing. Wolves, whatever, and he's going. So now what does that mean? How is he going to mess with things?
I have no doubt they've used her codes to infiltrate the Imperial headquarters.
Great. He's contacted Thorn. Bring them all here.
I expected Governor Price to fail, but not so completely.
He actually had hope in her, at least a little bit.
Shield generator before the rebels lock down the Imperial Dome. Then... wait. I'm already en route.
Shield generator, what are you doing? They're in the dome. Are you just going to try and... Is he going to try and destroy the dome with them in it? Shield generator makes me think... No, because all the shields, it only stops laser fire. They'd be able to escape a laser.
Report to your action stations immediately. Repeat, Protocol 13 is in effect.
Pretend it's a drill. Say it's a drill.
This is ISB Colonel Yularen. I am executing override code base Gamma 0.
Would they know what he sounds like?
That is the point of this exercise.
Then, this is a drill?
Go with it.
And do you always question the orders of a superior officer?
Okay, good.
Proceeding with Protocol 13 immediately.
They got it. They're doing it. Everyone's going to be here. So even if Thorn tries to take out the dome, he's taking out everything with it. Thorn could accidentally remove the Empire from the planet if he wants to take them out with the dome. Everything will be in the dome. That thing is massive. That's in the background. Wow. So they just move these things to, like, planets? Are these, like, on a load of planets? Is this just how the Empire occupies stuff? Wait, is Rook here too? Interesting. That could be either complicated or makes things easier. I mean, where else could he go, really? But yeah. But now he'll be in space. But of course, the rebels still need to get out. They don't have the ghost. That could be the special mission that the other kid was talking about.
Hera, start the launch cycle. Sabine, set the self-destruct.
We
Oh,
do
you're
have a
killing
way
everyone?
off this thing before it explodes.
That would stop it from coming back down. Well, I guess the debris would.
Thrusters haven't been fired in years. Gonna take time to prime them.
Yeah,
You're too late.
oh, I hate her smile. She's got to die.
Thrawn is holding position directly overhead. We launch the dome, we'll crash into his ship and destroy the entire city.
Yeah, that would... Oh, dear, Thrawn has them.
Chopper, put me through.
You want to talk to Thrawn? Or are you going to do your silly voice thing? Nope.
Governor Price is our prisoner,
Nope, actually being Ezra.
with every trooper, pilot, and officer trapped inside. You failed, Thrawn.
Did it...
And we might let your troops out before we blow the dome to pieces.
He knows
Are
you
you
won't.
quite finished?
Your morality stops you.
The only term I'll accept is your immediate and unconditional surrender.
He has control.
You've simply moved my assets to a safe position so that I can bombard the civilians of your home without incurring Imperial casualties.
Okay, yeah, that makes things... Oh, dear. The way he perceives everything is just phenomenal.
The generators just went offline.
Look! That's what he was doing. So it wasn't trapping them inside, it was destroying the planetary shields.
Just so that you understand that my intentions are genuine,
Yes,
I shall
sure.
demonstrate my power.
Oh,
Open
no.
fire.
No. He's actually going to do it. No. Oh, this is going to kill so many people. Oh, no. Oh, this is horrifying. Yep, death. People are dying. Is he broadcasting this to Ezra? That's just cruel.
Enough! I surrender!
What? Really? Oh, just smoke and ash and rubble. Haven't these people been through enough?
If you attempt any heroics, I will resume the bombardment and destroy your city.
He has control. I'm trying to think how they can work around this. Like, they can't. Also, I like the pattern on the bottom of his ship. But like, what can they do? So Ezra's going there, but also it sounded like he was going with a self-sacrifice play. Is he just gonna, what's he gonna do? He just left his lightsaber unarmed. Yep.
This is what I was meant to do.
There's another
You're gonna
way.
be taken for prisoner, and would that free Lothar? Why would Thorn leave everything just so you would go be captured?
If this isn't the way, then what is?
Let's see what we have to work with.
Okay, think things through. Good.
Dome's cannon. We'll blow him out of the sky.
This thing has a cannon.
Even if we do blow him out of the sky.
Music. Ezra's gonna go for it. The vents. Chopper helped him. You know what he's gonna do? Who knows who's on board with this? Are you gonna help him?
Hera,
Distraction.
we need to get down here and take control of the power terminals.
What's the plan?
Hostile.
Ezra's gone. What's he doing? Please don't do a Kanan. I'm not ready to lose another one.
So we got a plan to get the shield up.
And no one noticed that Ezra's gone.
Ezra?
And Ezra is the stall. He is the stall tactic.
The best way we can help is to get that shield up, so when Ezra makes his move, we're ready.
He's got a move ready. Okay.
If you agree, Hera.
It's a good plan.
She's happy.
The best chance we've got.
Okay, I'm confident. I feel confident. Ezra's got something in the works. He better not be just doing something to just be like Kanan. And then on the ground, you got these guys going after the shields to protect the city. That is good. That means Ezra can do as he pleases up there. But can he take on all of that by himself? I'm loving the intensity of this already. It feels hopeless at the minute, but that's good. Starting off hopeless means it can build.
It was a wise decision for you to surrender.
Where'd all the stuff go in his office? Why has he only got one thing left? Where's all the other things?
You could have chosen to let your people die. However, you chose to be a Jedi.
So he's starting to understand the Jedi way.
Choose what they believe to be morally correct, instead of what is strategically sound.
And that's not a problem for you.
And yet the Jedi have survived.
The Jedi once numbered in the thousands.
Yeah, survived is, interesting term.
Mostly beaten and in hiding, or poorly trained children. Yourself.
Poorly trained. He's been expertly trained by the best.
The mysteries
does have
of the
everything,
Force are an enigma to me. The Jedi lacked the vision for how to wield it.
But you do? Oh no, he just sees it as a weapon, so he just doesn't understand it.
My intention to utterly destroy Lothal, but that is inevitable now.
Huh? What? You want to utterly destroy Lothar? What do you get out of that?
I have even taken some of Sabine Wren's work. She's quite talented. Or was quite.
And he's okay. I love him, but he's talking about them like they're dead. Is the Empire planning to move the Death Star here?
You don't deserve to have this art or Lothal.
Who deserves what is irrelevant.
Technically true.
Who has power?
And he currently has control over this.
Something that Jedi won't teach you, so I'll take you to someone who will.
Palpatine. Palpatine wanted him. Palpatine wanted him in the last episode. Price said about it. It's Palpatine. Don't be Palpatine. No. Why would Palpatine... what in the world?
I have brought you Ezra Bridger.
He's here. Is he here? No, hologram. He has hair.
So wanted to meet you, and here you are.
It's fake.
At last.
What's he do? How, what? Why doesn't he look all burned and scarred? I don't like that he's meeting Ezra. What does that accomplish? All of these people are still out cold.
Not you! Look!
So they're not just appearing to the Jedi anymore, they're appearing to anyone. Excellent.
We were ambushed by that creature. Thrawn's pet.
What is your special mission?
That thing is gonna warn Thrawn about our attack.
Already done.
It's just like Ezra said.
What? He planned for it? What? Okay, no, things are going well. He planned for that. How did he plan for that?
Ezra told me that there was a chance Thrawn would get back to the capital before they finished their plan. And if it looked like that was the case, he gave us a special mission.
Which is... okay, so is Ezra the one that's... I was kind of thinking Heather would be the one to basically, like, outthink Thrawn. Is Ezra doing it? I guess it makes sense. With Kanan dead, he has a lot of motivation to do it now.
Send out a signal beacon on frequency 0.
Frequency 0?
Is it?
Who are we supposed to be contacting?
They're calling for backup?
More like a what? And if I told you what, that's the part you might not believe.
He's calling a what? A what? What's he doing? He has a plan. That's all I need to know. He has a plan. I can maybe relax. And the pig is loose. I love how stormtroopers are just idiots.
Of course it worked, my friend. Just look at Melch.
Go save him.
Positively magnetic.
Oh no, he doesn't need saving.
Relationship, Hondo, but we're kind of on a mission here.
So Hondo really has become besties with Melch then. That's awesome. He really learned that friendship was the true treasure after all.
I'll talk you through it from here.
Let's go, rebels.
I love that you still have Price here. She just has to watch as you all work together. This is kind of torture.
What is it?
I just hope Ezra...
He knows what he's doing.
She better not lose Ezra as well. She's already lost enough. All of them have lost enough.
That will be all, Grand Admiral.
This concerns me greatly.
I apologize for not being there in person. Governing the galaxy takes up much of my time.
What is this?
Can you not see the opportunity that stands here before you?
What do you want? Why appear like this to him?
I had this portion of the temple moved here. Forgive me, but I would have thought you would thank me.
What are you trying to do? He's trying to manipulate. That would never... He knows that would never be good for... Ezra would never think that was a good thing.
The actions of your rebel friend require a firm hand to ensure that there is order on Lothal.
No, that was already order.
Allow me to offer what might have been and what yet may be.
Where? What's he doing? What's he doing? I don't like this. He has parts of the Jedi Temple. He's trying to do something to Ezra. What's he trying to do? Is he looking for a new apprentice? I doubt that, because you can't really get one better than Vader. The Inquisitor program is over. Ezra! What is the what?
They are waiting for you. Go to them. Open the door.
How? How?
The life you deserve.
Right, Palpatine doesn't want Ezra. That bit is, I think, he doesn't need Ezra. What does he need Ezra for?
But you must choose to make it so.
My brain is spinning. Lethal's weirdness, the time, space, whatever. This is obviously connected to it. Oh, that's painful. Ezra has been here. Now he's smiling. All Palpatine wants is access to that gateway place. Ezra's been there, and it seems like if someone's been there, he can use that person to get there again. That's what he was trying to do with his weird Sith magic when he was attacking them with the blue fire.
Really wish you were here.
Oh, he's back. This guy needs to die.
It just occurred to me. We're trapped with all these stormtroopers in this dome.
Yeah, you really have the odds against you. This is not good.
Close blast door 5858.
But you have control of the place. You can just shut them off.
You should have a clear path to the shield generator now.
Excellent. They have control. They should be fine. Oh, you need to jump for it.
Got to extend the bridges.
Oh, Chopper, you doing your thing? Oh, what? No!
Chopper's been fried. The circuit was protected.
Right. Now what?
Okay, no one's concerned for Chopper. He's so flying is just fine for him. I mean, I guess he's been through worse.
Ezra,
Palpatine does not want... oh, this is painful. Palpatine does not... Look, he's going towards it. Palpatine does not want Ezra. He wants this thing.
Be open forever. Go now.
He's conjured his own door to it, but he can't access it. Only Ezra can because he's been there.
Where is that boy?
You know it is possible to change fate.
You shouldn't have walked this far.
And infinite possibilities. But you must open the door.
He must open the door because he's been there. Only he can. Only he can access this bit. Only someone that's been in there can use that whatever it is. He's conjured some kind of spell to move the gateway to there. He's made his own gateway for it, but he can't access it. Only Ezra can because he's actually been there. Okay, Pig's back. Pig, come on, save the day. He's just owning it. Go on. No! Don't you dare! Hondo going out and say... What are you...
Melch, what were you thinking?
Character growth for Hondo!
You're not a hero.
You're a pirate like me.
Oh, don't let him die.
There's just too many of them. We're gonna have to do something drastic.
Like what? Take that thing out.
I'll do it.
What are you doing?
Don't!
Dear, where... Oh, I forget how acrobatic he is.
He's crazy!
Where'd you go? What's down there? Okay. With those speed trained soldiers, I feel like they're technicians. Would the Empire really train them that well? I feel like they should be easier to take out than stormtroopers. He's getting back up. No! I don't want anyone to die. Stay alive. How tough? You got blasted in the chest when you have no armor on. He's still going. Stormtroopers die from less.
Mom?
Don't.
Dad?
There's a gateway into the past. If you go through, that goes into the past. What? He can use the Force through the holograms.
Activate it, and you can be with your family again.
Activate it. He wants to activate the portal. That's what he wants.
What about my friends?
If you open the gateway, you will save your parents. They shall live.
You're not going to talk about the friends. Can they see him? Oh, this is painful. You can't do it. Wait, what? We're on the other side of it? Can they see? This is in the past, right? If he goes through that, it's in the past. They will still get captured. Everything will still happen. No, don't.
Go on. You deserve this.
Deserve. That's linking back to Thorn. Deserving stuff. Don't. Oh, this is heartbreaking.
Dad?
This is definitely real. This is the portal. This is the thing with the weirdness. This isn't some like weird Sith illusion.
Always be a part of me.
Smiling. He's letting
I have to let you go.
He's letting him go. He's making the right decision. That is so painful. And anger. He's a hologram. Oh, dear me. He can switch it up like that. He can just put on a fake hologram. And he destroyed it. The gateway is gone. Palpatine can't use it. It still concerns me that you could use the Force through the hologram there. I feel like you're not safe. Nope, not safe, not safe, not safe. True form. There we go. There he is. Just switch. What? Okay, fine. It gave out. Good. Oh, it does look so cool. But you two are meeting like this. Like fully.
I have a family. I don't need anything from you.
Excellent.
Unfortunate.
Red ones? Oh dear, those were guards. They were his things. How do you deal with them? They are fine against the Force. What is this? They have yellow stuff. Is that painful? What is it? Move the rocks. Throw the rocks at them. What are they? Come on. You got it. Rock slide. Do it. Crush them. Just... They done? Please tell me they're done. Maybe steal one of the sticks because those things look insanely powerful. Okay, you landed here, but this guy... No, you're both great climbers. Zeb, you should just be stronger. You're bigger though, but this guy's smaller, so he's maneuverable. You can hang on with your feet. You're like the perfect match. Yes! Grab him. Oh! With that... Okay, trapped. Would that break the machine?
Full-scale bombardment of the city. On my command.
He's just going to destroy everything. Even, like, the Empire as well.
Now or never.
Now!
Now? Zeb, get out! Zeb, out! Out, now! Is this guy going to get fired?
Don't wait on me!
Jump! You jump! Wait on him! Jump! Jump! Climb up! Climb up! Is he gonna get fired? Is he dead? We're not gonna see it.
Fire!
Shields! Shields now!
It worked. The shield is holding.
Thank you. Okay, people have suffered enough.
Sir, they've engaged the shield.
Rock!
Concern.
Sorry, you'll have to call back.
He's dead?
busy at the moment.
Oh no, you can hear him.
Never mind about calling back.
Chopper?
He's lost. He's lost. The look on his face. He has lost all of his pawns.
Oh, really? Yeah, that must be tough. But can you please see if you can contact the ghost? It's almost time to get out of here.
Oh dear. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Come on, Chop.
Once again, I have let my crew down.
Oh.
If I could get Melch back, I would tell him
He's alive, Hondo.
that he is fortunate to be in my service because only that keeps him alive.
Stop it. Just hug him. I love that friendship now. You better not die.
It was an honor to serve with you.
Don't talk like that. You're tough.
To fight with you for something that we chose.
Don't you dare.
We did it, Gregor.
Gregor, no!
We did it.
After everything, no! Fine, I guess dying in combat is probably the best way to go for a clone, but still, he died saving people. I don't want them to...
Who's Thrawn?
A momentary setback.
You can
see.
Several unidentified objects have just entered orbit.
Is that the what that is just summoned?
They've destroyed the blockade. Our ships are just gone.
What?
Sir, they came out of hyperspace. I've never seen them.
Hyperspace and what?
Take a look.
What has he done? What has he done? I feel excited. Music's... Space whales. Purgles. You summoned them with the ship. You're using them against him. They're massive now. They were never that big, right?
This has Bridger written all over it.
Yep.
That's the way it's going to work.
Okay, this is interesting. It destroyed the blockade. Yeah, no, these things are ship destroyers. You can't defeat them. And they do it so easily. Many arms, it's them. With arms, tentacles, yeah, arms. What a beautiful sight this must be for the people. I hope this does good for the reputation for Purgles. Because they weren't seen, Heather didn't like them. Better make them look amazing.
Whatever happens next happens to both of us.
What do you mean happen? Okay, there's gonna be the stupid self-sacrifice. Oh, and they're fully reaching it. Arms. They're fully reaching in. And the music's amazing. Okay, he's fully caught.
The purple, is it you?
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that's it. That happens to both of them.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
Both of them. Okay, you're still doing well, taking them out. Dawn. And you shot him back. How do you get out of the tentacles? Walk him back up. Thank you. Oh, and there's more. Okay, good. Close the door, but your shoulder. Embraced in many arms. That's awesome. Bendu saw this. That's hyper. What are you doing? Happens to both of you. What's happening?
They're about to jump into hyperspace.
Yeah.
Ezra, get out of there right now. That's an order.
Where's he?
I have to see this through to the end.
What? Where are you? What? Is he going? What's happening?
Get out of there!
I can't do that.
The glass floating around. It's amazing. You can't. Windows are gone. You're going into space. You're going into space with no windows. And they're going hyperspace. What? How? You can't survive this. Are you dying?
The Force will be with you. Always.
No way. He didn't. It's playing. It's playing really amazing music. Did he just die? Did they just lose another member of their family?
Was that the plan? Because we're all clear up here, and no Imperial ships left.
I need the emotional weight to start kicking in.
Chopper, prime the thrusters for launch. We're gonna blow this place.
Okay, just sort of forget about it, I guess. He went into hyperspace, and you need to start tracking where the Purgles go. They're like whales. Find out where they move to. Okay, so it's happening. It's working. You lot need to get out of it. The Price is still alive.
Should come with us.
I serve the Empire till the end.
Really?
So,
That dedicated?
not much longer.
Okay, yeah. Ezra's just flown off somewhere. Is he alive? The windows are gone. That doesn't seem hopeful to me. Gregor died as well, and you have Ezra just... You got his lightsaber. You still have that. Good. He doesn't have his lightsaber. Okay, everyone get out. You still have ships in places. Go, move. But yeah, that scene of Ezra just leaving with the whales. Absolutely awesome, but I need answers. But of course you have to follow Lethal. You have to follow actually getting this away. Did you set this up to destruct? Is this thing going to blow up? I'd assume so. You said the Price is basically going to die. Okay, everyone in. I like how hopeful this feels. Yeah, I feel like none of them are considering what's happening with Ezra yet. Of course, they have to put that on the back bit because they could have all died here. And the planetary shield is still up, right? Or was that connected to this thing? Okay, it's up. How does that thing even move around? Like, travel through space and stuff.
For Kanan and Ezra.
Biggest explosion. Of course, it had to be her. So many people died. Gotta give it to her. She wasn't afraid. And it's gone. And immediately it gets brighter here. And it's over. You won.
Rex, bring up every star chart along Ezra's last known trajectory.
Looking for him. Good. Okay, find him, please.
If you're watching this recording, then I owe you an explanation.
How much did you plan with Chopper?
While this wasn't the one I wanted to take, it's what I had to do. I'm going to miss you all.
Why is this sounding like a goodbye?
You can have the top bunk back. For now.
For now. For now.
I left a Melu run in your cabin. I hope it's still your favorite.
Oh.
Don't forget.
Right.
I'm counting on you.
For what?
I couldn't have wished for a better family. I can't wait to come home.
Okay, hopeful. So he ain't dead, I hope. But the windows are broken.
But the Empire won't just let us keep this planet. We need to prepare for how we're going to fight back.
Yeah, good point.
Rebel Alliance will see our victory finally send support.
Lothal without them. We can keep it without them.
Okay, I mean, the support would be nice.
Be right. Listen.
You can hear that from up here. Oh, wow. That is beautiful to see. How are the people still down here? They won. They won. Were those, like, Imperial reinforcements that were sent to the planet? Because everyone was called into the dome, and the dome went up and exploded. Were those, like, extras that were sent? And then the people were just taking care of them?
Then if the Empire wants a fight, we'll be ready for them.
Okay, this is amazing. They actually have the entire planet on their side to take care of the Empire. Don't end. Don't end. Okay, not ending. Back at Ezra's tower. Haircut. Oh, wow. Giant glowing city. Time passed. Okay. Wait, is that... Those are the spinning ships, right?
Attack we all anticipated never came.
Wait, what? It didn't come?
The Invincible Empire had begun to fracture. The small rebellion had become bold.
So nothing, you didn't have to do anything. You were just free from that moment.
Decisive victory at the Battle of Endor.
Battle of Endor, it's over.
The Emperor's reign of terror came to an end.
Okay, it's been a while, and the wolves are still around. Cool.
Zeb took Callus along the secret hyperspace path to the planet Lyrasan. It was then that Callus realized he hadn't destroyed the Lasat people.
That's so beautiful.
A world where he was welcome as one of them.
Oh, okay, that's amazing.
Hera fought in the Battle of Endor.
She did?
As did Commander Rex.
Awesome, he got to see it end.
There had been a new member added to the crew of the Ghost, Spectre 7, Jason Syndulla.
She had a kid.
Born to fly, just like his mother. And well, we all know what his father was like.
She had it. She was pregnant during that entire thing. That just rubs salt in the wound.
I used to think that Ezra was counting on me to protect Lothal, the planet and the people he cared for so much.
You made a mule, that's beautiful, but still, she had a kid.
There was something else I was meant to do.
Ahsoka? You got a staff.
And it's time to bring him home.
Stunning. Okay, you're going to find him. The theme coming in, beautiful. So that was... oh. That is so cool. Brain is broken. Yep. Wow. That was beyond insane. What a way to end this show. I haven't even started processing all of this yet. Hera had a kid. Kanan had a kid. She was pregnant during that entire thing, which just... it's awesome that there's some form of Kanan that lives on. But it's also even more painful to realise that he's never going to meet this kid, and now this kid will never meet his father. Yeah, then Sabine... And so Ahsoka... There's Ahsoka back, okay. What's she been doing for the last 2 years? She's got a staff. And then you have Sabine and I guess Ahsoka going off to find Ezra, so that's hopeful. That's good. Yeah, the attack never came. Rex was in the Battle of Endor. That means he saw the Empire fall. That is happy. That is happiness. He lived to see it end. I could not be happier. We were just hearing that confirmation. Yeah, Hera also fought in it, and so that's awesome to just see. So that's what she did end up doing. Deserved after what the Empire did to her. Yeah, so nothing ever came. So Thrawn is still out. So yeah, it's very clear whatever happened to Thrawn happened to Ezra, meaning whatever happened to Ezra happened to Thrawn. If he's out there, so is Thrawn. Neither of them are. It's like Schrodinger's cat. Either they're both dead or they're both not. So I can be hopeful that Ezra's alive, which seems to be the case if there's looking for him, which also means Thrawn's still alive. That's horrifying to think about, because he is a right pain to deal with, but at least he should be without anything. He's just got the ship that was dragged off into hyperspace by the Purgles. But what a way to defeat him. Using the Force and using the creatures. He did not plan for that at all. But then you have all the other Jedi weirdness of it. So Palpatine, his whole goal was still to activate the portal. He needed Ezra to do it. So that means Ahsoka also has that ability. That's interesting. So this weird place, it's magic lore. That's what it is. I know the Force is not magic, but it's this sort of thing. Sith have magic. Night Sisters magic. Magic operates under certain laws, and it's kind of easy. It's weird to follow, but you can follow it. There's logic behind it all, and you can see it through Palpatine's actions. He could not access this world, but he could reach in through his own spells and find people that were inside of it. When someone was in, he could open a window. That's what he could do. He couldn't physically get in unless he had someone that had already been there. That was his tether. So he could use Ezra potentially to reopen the portal. He rebuilt the thing like some kind of altar or gateway or portal. He rebuilt it to specifications, whatever, but he needed someone from inside the portal who'd been there before to reactivate it. He didn't care about Ezra. He would probably kill him as soon as he opened the door. All he needed was Ezra to activate the thing, then he would have free reign over the entire place. So it's insane how close he got to complete control over everything there. But it's awesome to see Ezra actually bring an end to it completely. He destroyed the other gateway. That means it does exist. Only the gateway was destroyed. Technically, there is a possible way that the two people that have been inside of it, Ezra and Ahsoka, to reactivate the thing. But we now know that the Lothal Temple was destroyed, and now this rebuilt one on the Star Destroyer has been destroyed. So either you could find another place where the portal opens, because we saw multiple windows, and I'm assuming there's multiple gateways, then all you need is to activate those gateways, or have Ahsoka and Ezra be there to activate the gateway. It's weird magic lore, but it makes sense. Technically though, since the whole place was destroyed anyway, Palpatine brought the rocks over to the ship, Ezra destroyed those rocks. Would it be possible to rebuild that again and use it? I don't know. It seems weird. That's theory time, but this is not the time for theories. This is the time to process everything that happened. Gregor died. That is so sad to think about, but I'm happy that he died in battle, saving people, knowing that they won. It's a better death than a lot of what happened in Clone Wars. It's a better death for a lot of clones. He got to die with his brothers, fighting for something he believed in, and actually fighting for a right cause instead of what the Clone Wars was. This episode really plays with your heart and just everything it does. Hondo and Mouch, beautiful, love them. Wish Ketsu got a bit more to do. She was in charge of getting the reactor, whatever, doing. Wish she had a bit more scenes with Sabine. That would have been nice. But yeah, this ending was just insane to just end off the entire show. And it does leave it hopeful. It does tie in with the Luke being the last Jedi. That's why they did it. Ezra, off somewhere. Kanan, dead. Luke's the last Jedi. That's why. And my brain is still spinning trying to think of everything that this managed to cover, which is a whole lot. Price dying. Gotta hand it to her. She died with dignity. She didn't look afraid. She just took it. She accepted death and she was not afraid of it whatsoever. Gotta give her props for that. She was insane and an evil person, but I'm glad that she is dead. And she died in fire, which is even better. Yeah, Bendy's prediction came true. The Loth Wolves are now just around and doing stuff. Sabina's got a haircut and off looking for Ezra with Ahsoka, who's been doing whatever, who knows what, for 2 years. and has got no staff. The staff is throwing me. Why does she have a staff? Hera's got a kid that will never know its father, which just feels more painful. Oh yeah, but then I love that Zeb and Callus, that whole thing. Zeb took Callus to the homeworld. He could see, like, that's got to be so, like, healing for Callus. Because he's been going around this whole time thinking that he had killed all the species. He wasn't the one that did it, he just let people believe that he did it. He fought in it, and of course he was going to carry around that guilt. But now he knows that it's not over for them. Yes, he still killed a lot of them, and he still helped in that. But he didn't wipe out the species. He didn't help wipe them out. They are still going. That's amazing. Like, it's such a little detail to include at the end, but it's so good and finishes off his story in an amazing way. But then just looking at the fact that the Empire didn't come back and attack Lothal, that's got to show how close this was. I'm assuming that's got to be so painfully close to the Death Star and that whole battle. Because yeah, I did rewatch A New Hope. And then I caught that basically, you had something happen before the movie. That's when they got the Death Star plans. Then the movie kicks off. So there's that little battle. There's something that happens. That was the rebellion's first victory that happened there. Then it kicks off the first movie. So there's a pocket there. Would this be it? But they've got no plans. So I'm assuming this wouldn't be it. But this wasn't the rebellion that did it. This was just our rebels. There is so much to think about, but this final was just absolutely insane. I'm going to need a while to process how much this actually does do, and process that Ezra is kind of gone in just somewhere. Like, what a journey for him. Being alone and sort of pushing away family and then coming to it and actually accepting it and being a part of it, fighting for it, refusing to lose anyone, then to self-sacrifice, to saying goodbye to this family. What an incredible journey this character has been on. And this does explain why I guess he just never meets Luke, which is just so sad. Okay, to begin, this show has been an absolute pleasure to watch. Just seeing the story arcs and absolutely all of them, how this show has developed from quite a fun, quirky, light thing to going to something as insane as this, how it built on the lore of Star Wars and gave you some really heart-wrenching stuff from where it began, where you did not expect it to go that deep. Honestly, right now, I feel like this show could rival Clone Wars in a way, in just the way it makes you attach to these characters without any backing from the movies, all of that. Of course, Clone Wars does that with Ahsoka, but this one is juggling around all of these things while all being completely new. And it gives you just some insanely powerful stories with all of them. They're looking at Ezra first, and his entire journey through this show has just been insane. Going from the little orphan boy who was scared of being abandoned and all of this stuff and closed himself off from everything to learning to be a Jedi and accepting all of this stuff, to opening himself up to connections and family, kind of going the opposite of what a Jedi would want. Technically at the beginning, Ezra would have been the perfect Jedi for the Order's perspective, being alone, isolated, unattached to things. He would have been the perfect for that standard, but then this changed him. It showed off what a Jedi could be and what they honestly should be. And then his story going from the dark and the light and the war between the two of them in him, and actually having to overcome it himself, and having his final lesson from Kanan, where you can basically do as much good as possible and to use your life to the fullest. That was this. It was the self-sacrifice play. He actually chose to say goodbye to his family, not knowing that if he would live. I hope he does, but again, it makes you question it a lot. But like, it's just so insanely powerful that he went from this small little orphan who was just not attached to anything, making jokes, not wanting to be around stuff, to eventually growing attached, getting to be with them, struggling from the light and the dark, then getting to here where he's one of the best Jedi we've seen. Of course, you have Ahsoka, Kanan, all this, but then Ezra has come so far, and now he's actually worked up the courage and bravery to say goodbye, to put his life out there, and to finally end this battle and to free Lothal, his home planet. It's such an insanely powerful character's arc, and I hope that he's alive, because of course the plan he had was amazing. The Purgles coming in, messing with the Force stuff that Thrawn is just not prepared for. Getting onto the ship was one thing. Then you have the whole thing with Palpatine. That is just magic lore and just him trying to unlock the weird world between world thing. He needed someone who had been inside to activate the portal again so that he could get in. Of course, that didn't work for him, thankfully, because Ezra has grown stronger. He is no longer able to be tempted like this. He's moved past all this stuff with his parents, which is so beautiful and heart-wrenching. But then he manages to defeat Thrawn and take him down. But then you have, in that scene, I just love it so much, there are many arms encircling Thrawn, defeating him. But they break the windows. That's what concerns me. How can you fly through hyperspace with no windows? Like, there's no air there. How long are they in there for? What does that mean? Either they're both dead or they're both alive. The fact that Sabine and Ahsoka are now looking for him makes me assume he's alive, but that also means Thrawn is alive, which it scares me. But yeah, this was just so incredibly powerful, and I'm going to be hopeful, and I just cannot wait to see Ezra again and where on earth this has ended him up. And then we have Sabine, and I just like that, not just for her, but for all the characters, their reaction to Ezra's departure was definitely more positive than Kanan. Of course, Kanan, that was a more tragic death. He died in an explosion, saving their lives. Ezra is the same, but you have more hope that he's alive, so you don't have to really mourn. Yes, he's absent, you're going to miss him, but you can get him back. That's what is more hopeful. And I just like that they didn't process it like I did. Sadness that he's gone. They're processing it in the way they have to, because they're at war. They can't just stop everything they're doing and just take a minute to think about Ezra just flying off to who knows where. Like Sabine herself, I love that she was kind of in on what Ezra was doing. Of course, Chopper was the most in on it. He seemed to just go along with it no matter what. Him with the little recording and everything. But Sabine took the signal and distracted everyone, gave them a plan so they wouldn't worry about Ezra and they could do their own thing. And now she's off to look for him with Ahsoka. That just seems insane. It's such a great way to build her character arc, where they were sort of... those two got one of the best relationships in this show, where they went from being so distant and separate to eventually basically becoming siblings. And I love their dynamic, and now Sabine feels not like lesser, but she feels like she's missing pieces of herself now that Ezra's gone. The two together make up a whole, because that's how close they've gotten. It's not a romantic relationship, it's just that this duo belongs together. And now Ezra is counting on her to come and find him, and she has Ahsoka's help now. It's going to be so cool whenever that gets explored again. Yeah, then Ahsoka has a staff. That's also thrown me. Why does she have a staff? What's Ahsoka been doing for the last 2 years? Where did she get a staff from? What does the staff mean? What Jedi has a staff? And then we have Hera, who I love her so much, but the last scene at the end is just heartbreaking. Not heartbreaking, it's bittersweet. That's what it is. She had a kid. She was pregnant during the entire thing with Kanan. I don't know whether or not to be happy or sad about it, because this kid will never know his father. Kanan had no idea this kid existed. And now Hera has got to basically... I mean, she probably loved telling this kid all about the kid's father, but think of the pain that's going to come with that. It's both so painful and so amazing at the same time that Kanan does live on in a way, but it's just, like, the shock of it is just something else. But yeah, she was amazing in this episode, just taking control and taking charge, and she did take a step back. She wasn't the one to defeat Thrawn, Ezra was. That's interesting. I thought she was going to be the one to do it. I would have thought she would have a much more... I guess maybe the plan for the dome was hers. That was hers. She got her sort of payback on Price and the Empire by destroying that. That was her goal. That was her plan. She can heal from this, which I'm happy with. And just she's come through an incredible character journey as well. Getting to learn more about her family's past, dealing with the rebellion, actually stepping back from the rebellion and focusing on her family now. I love that she even got to fight in the Battle of Endor as well. She was part of that whole thing. And so was Rex, who got to see the end of the Empire, which has made me so happy. I have to assume that they were on the same ship and they were fighting together. I'm assuming that. No one's going to change my mind. I love the idea of that. I just love Hera so much and her journey through all of this. And so technically she lost a son and gained a son, so that's kind of nice. It means it's kind of balanced for her. Of course she's going to feel pain that Ezra is missing, but she now can fill that time with raising a child. But I hope they all do stick together. In the end, it did look like they're all kind of separated. I hope they all stick together. Of course, you have Sabine and Ahsoka going off, so they seem kind of separated. Hera raising a kid, Zeb on Lasan, but I hope they're not all separate forever. That would be very painful. And then Zeb, absolutely amazing. Love what he got to do in this episode. He finally got to do more he's my biggest complaint about what happened. And it's not really a complaint, it's just I wish he got more to do. That's it. His story kind of ended with the whole Lasan thing. That was it, Lasan. That was his last major character arc. Then it just turned into him helping Callus, and then he kind of just dwindled off into the background-ish. He never got a more focused episode. I mean, he did with the droids, but it was never that impactful as Lasan. That was his major, biggest thing. And it happened in Season 2. So for Season 3 and 4, he got very little big things to do. But I am happy in here, he got to take down the cockroach rook. He got to take it down, and you got to hear its screams, which I'm happy with. You got to hear it die and fry. Of course, since we didn't actually see it, the thing exploded. The thing is dead. There's no way it lived. I'm not even going to entertain the idea that this thing somehow managed to survive, unless the species can disintegrate and regenerate or whatever. I doubt that, though. It's dead, which I'm happy with, and I'm glad that Zeb was the one to do it. Makes sense. They're both climbers, they're both agile. Perfect one to take this thing down. So I'm just glad that he got a major thing to do in the final episode. And then going on with the whole Zeb and Callus thing, the way that they ended this off, perfect. Taking Callus to see Lyrison to fill the void that he must have had. Thinking, because a part of him joining the rebellion must have been to make up for what he did with the Empire. That's a given. And now that sort of thing can be healed. The Empire forced him to help eradicate Lasats and destroy the entire species. He would be working his entire life to try and feel some kind of way to tell himself he's made up for it. Now he doesn't have to. He can sort of take that burden off himself, knowing that the species is still alive. Zeb has just done a tremendous thing for him. And it's just so powerful that he took him to that planet. It shows how much trust he has in him now, just how much Callus has grown. And this also puts us into, I guess, the timeline after the Empire. It just feels like such a much more hopeful time in the galaxy. Like seeing, especially someone like Callus, be healed in this massive way. Then Thrawn. This is where my theory times and also just stuff with him come in. He, brilliant, as always. Putting his Chimera ship above the dome, brilliant move. If the dome flew up, it would destroy everything. He knows the rebels aren't quite self-sacrificing. Oh no, he does know that they would be. He knows they wouldn't injure civilians. That's what he was counting on. But he did not expect the Purgles. I love that thing. They are just perfect. He did not expect the rebels to have any kind of... Hera sets it up beautifully. Pilots, everyone in the galaxy seems to just not have any interest in these creatures. They're just around and they're just seen as a nuisance, a pest. They're like rats, essentially. Or space rats, maybe. That's how the whole galaxy viewed them. They were just a nuisance. So Thrawn would have that same thing as well, because they never really bothered him. They weren't a threat to him. So he didn't consider them an option. He does not know about the Force and Ezra's weird gifts with animals. That is what they used. Ezra used his connection with the Force and the animals to call them to help him. It's insane. He technically commanded an army of giant space whales here. It's the perfect way to defeat Thrawn. But now you have where on earth this goes. Hyperspace with the whales. They need to start learning where these whales go. Are they like our Earth whales where they have migratory patterns that they can be followed by? Because that could be something, but first you need to find them. But it seems like you can attract them to you. That's something. You can attract them. They called them here, so maybe they can call them again and just see where they go and try and follow them to wherever Ezra and Thrawn ended up. Then, of course, the Chimera, that didn't seem fully destroyed. The windows are gone, yes, but the whales dragged it. So that thing could have a hyperdrive as well, which means it can get around still. So maybe Thrawn, it's a lot of ideas. Either Thrawn could capture Ezra, or Ezra captures Thrawn, then they have the ship, they can go wherever they want. But you need to start tracking the Purgles. I think the scenario is tricky to get, but it's not impossible. There's hope here. If you can call them again, and you can try and follow them. It's a hopeful situation for Ezra to be in. And then I just want to look at just this episode in general, and everything it managed to do. The lore it did with Palpatine and the whole weirdness of the Force and the Temple, how that completed the arc of the weirdness of the Jedi Temple. That was awesome. Like the scenes as well. The cinematography with the space whales and the dome, and actually just seeing the entire people and everything was amazing. The character development from this show has been insane. Even with Hondo, that was awesome. Having him actually value friendship in Mouch. Beautiful. They actually developed this character. Then, of course, you also have Gregor's death, which, again, all sad, and it all blends into this incredible final, which manages to pace everything exceptionally well, where you're not bored for a second, yet you also have a lot of stuff happening, and it doesn't feel overwhelming. The structure of this final was absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to see where this does end up going. Because this can't be the end for them. They're out there in the galaxy now. This show was years ago. So there's no way, with an ending like this, they're just forgotten. They're definitely coming back in something. And I just hope whenever they do show up again, they get treated as amazingly as this show treated them. Now, as for what's next, here is theory time. Of course, chronologically, next up will be Rogue One, because Andor isn't fully out yet. I don't want to go... We did the poll, so there was a poll done. Andor Season 1 is out. But by the time I finished recording it, Andor Season 2 would not have even started yet. So I would not want to watch Season 1, skip to something else, and then have to come back to Season 2. I'd want to do it all in one, but chronologically, Rogue One would be next. And since Rogue One did release before Andor, even though the two are meant to be close together, I still think it would be good to watch because apparently it does tie in other things. And chronologically, it would end off the Empire and all that stuff in a nice way before going on to the stuff beyond the Empire, which I think will just be very fun. But yeah, what's next for these characters? That's interesting in theory time right now. You have Thrawn, Chimera, and Ezra and the Purgles going off to who knows where, and Ahsoka and Sabine looking for them. That's the big story that's been set up by this final. Now, my brain ticking away is considering that you have two characters that are very much connected right now. Ahsoka and Ezra through the weird portal magic thing. They're the two people that have been inside of it, and they're the two people that could activate it. Now, on the one hand, you have who knows whatever gateways are still out in the galaxy, and on the other hand, you have a broken portal sitting in a room on the Chimera, which could technically be rebuilt and reactivated by Ezra. So maybe that is something. Maybe they can use the broken pieces of it, activate the portal, and maybe they can find each other that way if Ahsoka and Sabine can find one, which I'm assuming they could because Ahsoka's been through it. Maybe she can now find a portal door or whatever. That feels like maybe an easier way than trying to find the Purgles and wherever they've gone. But I love how that's like almost the first... Yeah, that's the first story that I've sort of been seen and set up for what comes after the Empire. Not some giant looming big threat. It's just trying to find Ezra. No worries about the Empire. That is done. That's gone. Now it's trying to find the small Jedi boy and bring him home. But yet overall, this show has just been absolutely amazing and such a pleasure to watch. Everything about it, just thinking about it now, has been so insane. I have fallen in love with all of these characters. None of them sort of outshined one another. I remember having moments where I was like, oh, that one's my favourite, that one's my favourite. All of them are my favourite right now. You can't pick one. They're all treated so incredibly well and so balanced throughout the entire show, and it's just amazing. The way they end it is beautiful in just completing Ezra's journey and story arc, but also honouring Kanan and his master, all of this stuff, and the way they give little endings to all the characters. Hera getting a son and turning out she was pregnant during that whole thing is painful, but also beautiful. Zeb finishing off Kallus' storyline, Sabine going to find Ezra, all of it is just so amazing to think about. And it leaves it off in such a positive and uplifting way. It's like the positive version of Clone Wars, and not having it just make you cry. I mean, I think the best bit about this is it doesn't feel like a goodbye. For all, I think most of we've seen Clone Wars and Bad Batch. Those ones kind of did feel like we were saying goodbye. Clone Wars, you had no idea what was going to end up with them. You had to just say goodbye. Bad Batch, that felt like a goodbye because, of course, they jumped at the end where they were growing old, and you had Omega go off and fight in the rebellion. And this one, though, it doesn't feel like a goodbye. It feels like everyone is just living and being happy. Bad Batch, of course, that's technically true, but you have separation. Omega going away, and then the Bad Batch getting old, and you just think that they're going to die soon. But this one, it just feels like they have time. And it doesn't feel like an ending, it just feels like a new start to something, which I'm so happy about. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one for Rogue One, and I just cannot wait to just see what's coming next. How that lines up with this show and just timeline-wise with Empire falling and whatnot, and then just getting close to being beyond the Empire to see what actually comes after this thing that has defined Star Wars for so long. But yeah, with that, I will see you in the next one.